when I first started learning spacewalks, I think I busted over the 50 green Auroras just
50?
learning them. Yeah, minimum. In my garden. That's minimum. In a year or two, three, maybe.
Dude,
And I just busted them to ground. Just almost every 2-3 weeks I got another Aurora.
All right, everybody. Today I have the most OG of all OGs, the legendary, one of my best friends from around the world, one of the first kendama people I met through the internet. He is one of the oldest dama players who grinds actively the tricks that we are grinding today as competitors in the world of kendama. He's an inspiration to many, and I love him dearly. Let's welcome to the stream, Mr. Alex Ruisch. What up, buddy?
I'm doing good. Thanks for the introduction.
Oh, dude. I always try to just whip up something nice for my guests, you know, right off the top of the dome. But we have way too many memories. I could have just had an intro for the whole time. You know what I'm saying? About all our memories together.
Yeah, intro for my day or something.
Yeah. Dude, so are you the first one to complete all of Ben's stalls, or did someone else do it before you? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I think that
he didn't tell me, so... And Ben congratulated me with that, so I'm pretty stoked. And yeah, I couldn't let down the kendama, man. Every day, come home and I need to do some stalls today. It's my favorite thing. So
I mean, yeah, I think this challenge showed your true colors as a kendama player for sure, because you do a lot of tricks, right? You can do all the tricks. You have some that you're known for, UFOs and spacewalks, but like, when the Ben's trick list came out and it was all stalls, it's like you were a man possessed. Like you didn't, yeah, like I did 70 the first day I tried doing it, so I felt it. But at a certain point, it got strenuous on the fingers, on the muscles. Like how did you have the grip strength of your fingers to like push through some of those tricks?
I think the willing to do the tricks is bigger than the pain in my hands.
Wow, that's a good statement.
So my drive was that big. I needed to play, so keep grabbing the kendama. And for the hardest ones, I took a longer spike, so I have more grip. I got more grip on it. Like the ring stalls, I take the Christian Fraser mark because that ring is perfect.
Wow, so, that's a tip for the chat right there, dude. Holy, if you're having a tough time, get a little bit longer spike. You have a little bit more surface area to grab, a little more leverage. That's a good idea.
Yeah. With 2 fingers maybe instead of 1, so it helps.
Yeah, wow, man. Yeah. So out of the 120 tricks, how many do you think you had never done before?
I guess 60 or 70.
Isn't that insane?
I know the drill, I have seen them before, but the multiple flips are the hardest one, so I never tried that. If you can do a single one, you can do multiple every time because you know how to,
Yeah.
So a double flip or a triple flip, it doesn't matter. The technique is still the same, only you have to learn how to flick it so it turns faster.
And is it itself? Do you count, like a lot of people count their flicks, like to get the ball around, or are you going completely off feel and checking camera afterwards?
Well, when I started to do those stalls, I didn't know how to count them. But when you go into it, you feel it. You go first. I always do, if I have to do a 3 flip, I start with 1, and then you have the feeling. You start with 2, and then I have with 3. I have a little bit more height. And it gives you a flip extra.
Yeah.
So that's just, and you have to feel it, And the more you do it, the more you get the feeling. And it's the same as with Lunar, with stills or whatever.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's truly crazy.
But between 4 and 5, that's gonna be hard. So if the Tama flips 4 or 5, I need to go back to my camera to do it in slow mode to make sure. The first 5 flip I did, I thought I had it, but it was a 6 flip, and I was fuck. I can actually do a 6 flip. And think, what? Never thought I could do those, but yeah.
So you did a 6. How many could you do?
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't try 7, but
What was out of all the flips, was there one that you felt you got the most rip off of? Like if I asked you to like do the flip you could get the record for, like which one would you go for knowing you could probably flip it the most?
well, probably maybe if you notice, but I do my flips inwards.
I did notice that. Yeah.
All right, I can flick it that way the most hardest. So if, for example, Sarah grip for bird, underbird. Sarah grip for underbird. I think I can go to 8 or 9, maybe 10, because that flick, it's so fast.
Really?
Yeah.
So far bird, Sarah grip. I thought you were gonna say underbird for some reason. I don't know why, but when you were ripping those, it looked like that was kind of like effortless.
It is Sarah for underbird. That one.
Sarah far underbird. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the best grip, and you can really rip it hard.
So. Yeah, and it's easiest to land because you have 2 bigger pieces of real estate to land it on, as opposed to like the spike in the cup. As you know, instead you can use the base of the handle and stuff.
Yeah, true.
Nice. Escher over there hanging.
Yeah, he's getting the parrot out of the cage, so maybe he flies over to me.
Dang.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, that's very cool. Shout out Escher, your partner in crime.
But he can't shit on my new sweater.
Oh, dang. What are you flexing? The bounce?
Yep.
Oh, gosh. You got it. Of course you did.
Straight from Japan.
Dude, I am always I have it in my cart and I never click the final buy. Oh, who we seeing here?
Who's that? Who's that? Sweet.
Hello, buddy. Say hi, chat.
Hi.
Oh, what's his name?
Jacob.
Jacob?
Yep.
And he's a parrot? A parakeet?
Yeah, it's a blue forehead Amazon.
Dang, nice. How old is he?
35.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I got
it. But
they
can go. Yeah, they can go up to 80 years.
Wow,
so
crazy.
You're gonna outlive me. So.
Dang.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yep. It was the bird from my father-in-law. He died 2 years ago. So Esther said, I want to take care of that one. So we bring him home, and yeah, we went friends forever with Esther and me. So yeah, that's great.
That's so cool, dude.
Yep,
you've always had such cool pets. I'll never forget your dogs, dude. Like that's like one of my first memories of you and coming to your crib was like those dogs coming at me and chasing their ball and just being so epic, dude. They were so funny. And which brings us to your backyard, which is also an epic part of your place, dude. It's iconic. I mean, at this point, you have to have filmed, what, thousands of tricks? Maybe even tens of thousands of tricks in that backyard? Like,
a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude.
Since Instagram started, I'm standing in my backyard, so...
Yeah, so 14, 15 years, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Dang, man. Is there any memories that stand out? Because I know you've hosted a lot of people and you've had parties, and don't say, you don't have to say me because I'm here, but like, are there things that stick out in your brain of like, man, I can't believe those people were in my backyard? Or
yeah, of course, Nick and Josh came last year. That was for me as a wow, that's great. And a couple of years ago, Waldama,
yeah,
Alex Schmidt, Ben Harold was here.
Oh, cool. I didn't know he came to your place. That's dope.
Yeah, he was staying at Wouter's house. And then one night, Wouter called me up. Hey, can I join you in the backyard? We chilling. Yeah, come on over. So, taking Ben. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Bring him.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So, I can't wait till the next EKC, how many people are coming, and maybe they want to join my backyard again. I don't know. We will see.
Hey, dude, maybe we should make it official. How many people can we pack into Ruisch's backyard? No, I'm just kidding. That would be a funny photo, though. Just all the homies in Ruisch's backyard. That would be pretty cool.
Yep.
Cool. Well, we've kind of just been chit-chatting for the start of this episode, so thanks y'all for listening through. But like all the other people I've had on the stream, I would really like to talk about your just beginning, and not even of kendama, but of like your foray into like action sports and doing things like kendama and you get what I'm saying. Like in the beginning, you had inspiration as well for kendama, like Colin, that came from Japanese influences a lot too. So I want to dive into all that, but let's start like early Ruisch. Like, what was high school Ruisch like? And I guess for those, I'm gonna pretend people don't know who you are. Where are you from? And what's your story?
Yeah, I'm Alex Ruisch, of course. I'm coming from the Netherlands, Europe. When I was 6, my dad put me on soccer. So I played soccer till I was 18. That was my main hobby. So 2 times practice in a week, and then on Saturday we did competition. And that keeps on going. So before I was smoke cigarettes, I could run a marathon because I was always running. I never give up, and I keep on going and going.
Yeah.
And I was on a camping for all my life on the water side with my parents. And in the weekends, I did windsurfing for my 14th of year till 26.
Dang, windsurfing.
Yeah, so I had a surfboard with sails, and when there was wind, I was on the water.
Is that a big pastime in the Netherlands over on the water?
What do you mean?
Is it something a lot of people did, or were you unique in that hobby? Was that something that not a lot of people did?
No, it was pretty common.
Really?
Yeah, also German people came over to our camping to surf. So you see a lot of German people coming over to Holland to windsurfing.
Oh, really? So what body of water are you windsurfing in then?
What body of water?
Yeah, what is it?
It's a huge, very huge. How do you name it?
Is it a sea? Is it the sea? Is it like?
No, it's it's inside water. So
a lake.
Yeah, but huge.
Yeah.
So I can go straight for a half hour before I was on the other side, and then have to turn around again, go and a half hour back.
Yeah. Wow.
And for 60%, you can stand there. So if you fall in, you stand up and you step on the board, and you can go again. Mm-hmm. I think 40% you can't stand there. So you have to swim your sail up and then catch wind and then grab on your board with your feet and then go up. And then you can go again.
Jeez, that sounds exhausting.
It is. When you fall hard and you hit something up your board or your sail and you're exhausted, then you have a hard time to go up. But yeah, I was young. I got power. So
yeah. Well,
it's fun.
Yeah, well, and one thing I know about you is when you get a hobby, you take it seriously and you like invest into it. Is that something you did with like windsurfing? Did you ever compete or take it to that level?
I did compete on the camping. There was a company that comes over with 12 boards, 12 sails, all the same, and 12 people have to go in. You write your name on it, and you do a competition. There was one time event, and I went into it. I went second. So nice. I was not the one that wants to go to competition or whatever. So yeah. I want to be good. I want to have fun and want to jump high and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But not for competition, just for my own fun and with my friends.
Yeah. Were you into videography at all before like phones came? Like no, you weren't like Jake, doing things on VHSs and editing them on whatever.
I wish there was I wish I had camera GoPro back then, because then I'm wearing it every day.
Yeah, right.
But I guess when I started, I was 14. So that is 36 years ago. So
wow.
If you have a camera, it is maybe this big,
Yeah. So you did that as your pastime. Did you ever do like yo-yo or any kind of like small kendama-like games like that at all? Or was it always just like soccer, big things, like extreme sports?
Well, I did. Sometimes we went to water skiing, wakeboarding.
Yeah.
I did table tennis, badminton.
There you go. Table tennis, hand-eye, badminton,
Yeah,
hand-eye.
basketball. I did it a lot in my spare time in my neighborhood where there is a court and a lot of people came together. So we make teams and just go for a few games.
Yeah.
I play darts a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So also hand-eye coordination. Yeah, that's about it. No. And then when I was 26, I went away from the camping because I bought a house with Esther. So I don't want to have a caravan on the camping site and the house. It's double up, it make no sense.
Sure.
So I get rid of all the surf stuff and the camping. And then I started skating, like inline skating in skate parks, on the street. And yeah.
So what led you to that though? Like there's not an inherent connection there. Like what drew you to it, or what was your, kendama story to inline skates? What made you buy your first pair?
No, because I always want to have an adrenaline kick, like if you do surfing and you jump high, you get, whoa, that feeling. And that's why I went into rollerblading in skate parks, and I want to learn tricks and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. When I was young, till 20 years age, I was always on the ice. In the winter, always ice skating.
Oh, really?
So so that makes me, okay, maybe I can blade as well, like on wheels.
Oh.
And there was an easy step connection for me to go into a blade. So I bought my first pair. There was in the time that aggressive skates just came out, like the ones you have, from Rollerblade, and you also have Salomon.
Yep.
Came out.
No, and the old K2 ones.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. So that was the time I started blading, and I'm looking around on the internet and stuff like that. And when I was, I think 15 years ago, I saw a video of Frankie Morales, because I was following him for 10 years, and she do all the X Games and LG games. So I was following him a lot. And one day I saw him playing kendama. And I thought, what the fuck is he doing? I was, okay, I need to get one. So I go on eBay, found Yoko, and buy a Ozora and TK16.
So
that's where it started for me.
Yeah. Well, so tell us, I guess I had a couple questions, because rollerblading, it was like a very like counterculture thing in Europe. Was it cool in Europe at that, like the time you got into it? Was it like the thing? Like why? Because to me, when I chose rollerblading, skateboarding was the cool thing. Like that was the thing I should have chose. Was it in your head like skateboarding, rollerblading, or was it just like immediately this?
Yeah, I think skateboarding and inline was on the same level here in Holland. Mm-hmm. Of a lot of people in parks, and it's 50-50, like skateboarders and rollerbladers.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, because I was ice skating, it's more familiar to go to rollerblading for me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a skateboard when I was young.
Oh, that makes sense. Only the windsurfing was like the board you were ripping.
Yeah, but also in the winter when I was not on the camping, I had a huge skateboard from Santa Cruz. Yeah. And I surfed on the street.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I really put my smallest sail I had, and I put it on my skateboard, and I go on the street like. That's the only skateboarding I did back then. So
that's epic though. That's sick skateboarding, dude.
People were watching me. What the hell? On the street? Whoa.
Dude, I don't think I knew you were an ice skater. I think that's the one new thing I've learned so far. I didn't know that you grew up ice skating like that. That's cool.
Yeah, and play ice hockey, and sometimes you jump over stuff, and
yeah. Well, if it ever gets cold enough here to freeze out, we'll have to ice skate. That'll be cool.
Yeah, cool.
So Yoko is so Frankie Morales is he's on our squad, right? He's a Swedes Mob member, which is a crazy full circle moment for a lot of people. That when we reached out, he was down to like hype up kendama and do it again, and it was a lot of fun for him to rekindle those moments. So that's cool that's what was your like intro into kendama. And I wanted you to explain Yoko because you said Yoko very casually, and one person in the chat knew it, Don Dama, of course, and I know who Yoko is, but explain to everyone else, who is Yoko? How did you find her as your first Dama source?
Well, what I said, I went to eBay to search kendama.
Was eBay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so she was on eBay, so I saw her, and I saw that she was living in England. So that's back then it was still Europe.
Yep.
So it was cheaper to ship out from England to the Netherlands. So I bought from her. So yeah,
and her name was Yoko Craft Buddy, or what was it again?
Yeah, Yoko Craft Buddy.
Yoko Craft Buddy was her eBay name, dude.
Yeah, and I bought my first TK16 as this one, black.
Dude, that's so insane that how many of us had that as our first kendama. It's so awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, Yoko is, and her connection is through Ozura and the JKA, I believe, because she knows she has family or it goes there every year. Or I can't remember the story. Do you know exactly how she's connected to them?
I don't know, but when I talked with her, she already had connection with the JKA.
Yeah.
So, because she was directly buying Ozora and TK16 from the source. So, JK and Yamagato Cabal.
Yeah.
So, where Ozora is coming from. So, yeah.
Yeah, she was cool. She was a big proponent of me getting my dons and stuff. Like, she really wanted to help me get there and get those meetings and do that stuff because she thought it was really cool that us foreigners, were excited to play kendama. I think it was crazy.
Yep. She helped me with my dance as well. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when we wanted real. Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm up to 5 now. I still need to do the 6th.
Oh man, I mean, not to open a sore subject, but do you think that's something you'll ever grind for? I mean, it seems like you have the skills at this moment that you may have not had back then. Do you have any interest in doing that again?
Oh, I do, but I do know that I have to practice a whole year on consistency for that.
Yep.
I'm not gonna travel with just let me go there and get it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make it. It is so hard. And the last 2 times I have only 2 tries, and Marusha-san, the head of JKA, was sitting in front of me, and I was like nervous as F. It's crazy what it does with you. Trying hard and not even come far, and I was like, "What the fuck? I can do all those tricks. Why not happening?" So
it's an amount of pressure that you can't explain as a foreigner who may be the first to accomplish something. What that means to the people watching you, because all they want is for you to succeed, no different than you do. But the pressure is a different level, and I had the luxury of going and doing it twice a year for 3 years, I think, or something before I got it. But I had presidents watching me every time, I had Taku, our old teammate, was there, which was really cool, so, but I think it's something you could and should still do if you not should, it has to be an inner goal. It can't be my goal or anyone else's. You have to want to do it, because it is a treacherous ordeal to have a date and a time that you have to show up and do this set of tricks that are nerve-wracking. So
it is.
Dude, I watched the video. I found the video on an old computer of me doing it, and I got nervous sweats watching myself, thinking I was gonna miss, even though I accomplished it. It's so crazy. Well, you'll get it someday. After watching the stalls you just did, I think slip grip special will be no problem for you.
I was surprised that the slip grip special was not in there.
Yeah.
It's only handle or Sarah, but not special grip. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, Ben isn't quite the JKA traditionalist, so.
Would be sick to have a JKA list on there.
Yeah, I mentioned that as well to Isaac when I interviewed him because I think it would be really cool. And it would just be good for people to have to grind speed trick B and do all these different things. You know, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's funny. Oh, yeah.
No, go ahead.
The first 5 dons, I did it in once. So that was an easy go for me, and I was not stressed at all. So down 5 is the same as the 6, only just you have more attempts on each trick. But the 5th dan, I was first tee for me. The 4th, the 3rd, the 2nd, and the 1st also. So I was like, okay, let's do the 6th then. And I have 2 tries because I was in the 29th of a month, and I can do it the 1st again, you know, the next month.
Yeah, as a foreigner, we're allowed to do it once a month or something like that.
Yeah. So, and I didn't succeed on the 2 attempts.
So they let you try your 6th the same day as your 5th?
No, no. I have 2 tries on my 6th done only. So on the 29th and on the 30th, on the 1st, I got another chance.
Oh, got you. Yeah, it's crazy though. As international people and as some of the first people to try as international, JKA members, it was like the rules are a smidge different, like because in Japan, like you can't take the test until you're 16 or something, like or 14, regardless of maybe it's 21. I can't remember the crazy number it is, but Taku got 5th dan. Is it 21? Yeah, Taku got 5th dan by the age of 13. And he had to wait 8 years to get his 6th dan. And
a lot of
kids. Isn't that crazy?
You know how many kids are already ready? They have the 5th dan and they are 11 or 12.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They can do it, but
I wonder if Nanoka has gotten hers or if she's going to try because
I don't know. She can do it
now, so
she can do it first. I think she can do it first.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, for them it's like not if they can do it. It's like how many misses do you not have? Like they're all of them all the people who've done it are like, I only missed 1 trick or I missed 1, and I'm like, I scraped by just about every one of them, dude.
Oh, I need to do the speed trick B. Okay, 20 seconds. Mark.
Yeah. Well, so like let's try to talk about that a little. Me and you obviously care a lot about the JKA. We actually may be talking above a bunch of people's heads. Because the JKA, first off, is the Japanese Kendama Association, and Dan is a ranking much like a black belt. So like the 6th dan, let's imagine, is black belt, and then 1st dan is white belt. You get your purple belt, green belt. That's what the dans are. And what a dan is you have a teacher in front of you testing you, and you have to do 1 out of 10 birds. So you get 10 attempts to do 1 bird, and all you have to do is do 1 bird, and then you move on to the next trick, and it'll say 2 of 10 jumping sticks, and you got to hit 2 jumping sticks in 10 tries. And I'm making up the tricks, but in each dan it's different and gets increasingly difficult along the way. And in the beginning of kendama, when I was learning, there wasn't a lot of information on the internet, much like Colin looking up JK GIFs on the internet to learn how to do tricks. We looked for these lists to like try to build skill because that's what we assumed like everyone in Japan was doing to get good. So it was a means of learning. And I think, Ruisch, you were similar, like just like you're into kendamanomics and how that pushes you. The dan ranking, when you found out about that, was like, oh, here's my path to learn and to practice, right?
Yep, correct.
Yeah. And now people today have videos of people doing tricks that they just want to emulate, and we just go from there, right? And move along because tricks are different every year. There's no speed trick B. There's no anything. You have to just keep learning no matter what, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is hard.
Dude.
For example, Colton, there was on the warehouse this week. He do tightrope. How long is he playing? 1 year?
Yeah, 1 year.
It's crazy. I still can't do tightrope. I like, well, okay, this is a wonder kid. And a lot of kids are like that. So, oh, this is a hard trick. I want to do it. And I do it. You know, how? Cool. I like it to see them and shred kendama.
Yeah.
But yeah, if maybe I do a Ken game and I do a stall trick, what I did in the kendamonomics, they can't do it, you know.
Yeah.
But they have other interest in kendama. That's why kendama is that fun, because it have a lot of directions and you can pick your way, you know, and it's
Yeah.
all cool. It's all great. It's all cool.
Yeah.
And
Well, and Colton looked up to Coop. And so that's why he learned tightrope, right? Like that was his goal, was to do tightrope with Coop this year, and he achieved it, you know? When you started kendama, who was your Cooper? Who were you looking up to and emulating to try to get better?
Yeah, I think I have three people that everybody knows, the OGs, and that's Colin Sander, Nicholas Schopfer, and Jeffrey from Raven. You know,
Well,
and
the
Jeffrey,
last two, not everyone may know, I think.
no,
Yeah.
but Jeffrey was the one that we started at the same time in 2009, and we came across, I think, a half year later, and we didn't know we both started at the same era, and yeah, took me a while to get friends with him, and I managed to do that, and we going to each other a lot to play. But yeah, he was always a couple steps ahead on me on trick style. He almost invented the tricks that are nowadays OG, you know. And
yeah, he was ahead of his time, like Chaz Edwards. I feel like they were both doing
yeah,
stuff that kids are like is now juggles and switches and whatever we want to call it. They were building the framework of that in 2009, right?
Yeah, and then Jeffrey, he was more also into editing. He wants to have his edits like pop off, like Colin Sander can do that.
Yeah.
And the same as Nicholas Chopper, I talk and chat with them a lot. Colin was a little bit hard to connect with, but I did chat with him back in the day as well. So there were those three people that really I was looking up to and see what they are doing and trying to do the same. And yeah.
Yeah. Well, and Jeffrey and Nicholas was very JK oriented. Like he was the Mugen guy. That's how I knew him. He like only played Mugens, and he was like his shots were always dope. We've watched some of his stuff before because I still think the editing holds up and the song choice and all that stuff still holds up today. Like he was making edits before they were edits. I think, you know. And Jeffrey, what he was on edit 22 when I started, or 21, I think. Like he made a new edit every week or something, essentially. Like,
yeah, he was on the grind always. It was his way out, besides working, to do cool stuff, and he was more like me on your own, and then you have to, you want to do something cool. So kendama was cool back in the day for us.
Yeah,
you know?
that's. Do you remember finding Sweets for the first time? Do you remember the first time you heard about my company or our company?
I think that was 2010. When I saw a picture of you holding a big bucket with painted tamas.
Yeah, social media for the win.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was by Facebook or Instagram was already live there. I don't know.
It was Facebook.
I guess it was Facebook. Yeah. So right after, I contact you, hey, can I buy your stuff? And yeah, you starting throwing competitions. So I was like, hey, I'm here.
Do you remember the first thing you bought from us?
I think it was a plain orange.
Yeah, like was it the original, like with the big seal and plastic bag?
yeah, that was my first.
Wow.
And the paint, if you drop it on concrete, it was chipping all over the place. Like, you know, acrylic paint don't hold that much, but yeah.
Yeah, those damas were the inspiration for Sweets Kendamas, dude. I didn't want to be a painter until I experienced the same sadness everyone else did, and I was like, okay, well, we got to fix this, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
But later on, I won some Sweets Kendamas from the competitions. And then in 2011, I went to Dama Fest for the first time in my life, outside of Europe, going to America.
Yeah.
And I met you then, and then Christian, I guess, and Alex Smith and all the OG homies.
Yeah.
So, and that was my big inspiration. That, okay, I want to be here for my life. I want to play kendama for my life. That was that weekend. I was like, okay, I'm sold.
Dang. Yep. How old were you then? Do you know?
2011 is 13 years ago. So I'm 50 now. So it's 27, 20, 37, 37, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. That's so crazy that you're 37, dude. And you were just full sending it to kick it with those crazy Americans who started playing kendama, you know? Like, that's the other thing. Did you, I say Americans, but did you think about that at all? Like, did you think, like, what are these Americans doing with kendama? Or did you ever think of us as Americans, or was it just people who you thought were cool that were just also doing the thing that you were doing as a European player?
For me, you guys are all family.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter how old you are, where you're coming from, or how long do you play. I don't mind. You're family. You know, from the beginning already.
Yeah.
I was picked up as a family as well. So, and I was like, it was a click right away with the whole scene when I came there. It was like, okay, this is another year of playing kendama. That feeling, you know.
Yeah.
If you go, you coming for the EKC this year, it's the same feeling. Oh, that was sick, even like this last year. Now that feeling, I had that for the first time when I went to Damafest.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's so cool. That's why events are important, though, too, right? Like, that's a big deal, because events can give you that feeling like, wow, this is something that is special, you know?
Yep. That's why I came back in 2013 on the second Damafest.
Yeah, dude.
Because I love it.
Yeah. You've traveled a lot for kendama, haven't you?
Yeah, I think maybe 8 times America, 4 times Japan, and then France, Germany, Poland, England. I went second at the BKO in 2014, and that was the last competition I played. I was like, okay, it's not anymore.
Whoa, 2014 was the last competition you played?
Yeah, I played competition here in Holland, I think 2 years ago when the blue kendama came out.
Yep.
So, and I went up to the quarterfinals and then kicked out. I had a little bit, I had fun. I knew all the tricks, but it's all about knowing the trick. If I see the trick list, I'm not good doing this. If I only can do 10% of all the list, no, it's a no-go for me.
Yeah, I understand that.
For the most competitions, I think the trick list comes up maybe 3 months before.
Yep.
So you have 3 months to practice. So you have to have time to practice. If you just a half hour a day, it's not enough.
Yeah, not if you want to take. Yeah, because you want to win. You don't want to just kind of go in and have fun. You want to, if you're competing, you want to win or force your best effort at least.
And actually, I'm just like you. You're competitive. You know, you want to win. If you lose, you are fucked up for maybe 10 minutes. Like, shit, I lost.
Yeah.
So, and that's feeling I don't want to have it anymore.
Yeah. So that's the main thing. Like, you don't like dealing with that anger because you're at a kendama event and you're there to have fun, not to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't stress out. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. But I understand that. It's just interesting that like someone who's willing to grind like you are on kendamonomics and as competitive you are, that like the thing you're most honed at in the world, you don't want to compete at. It's just like not every person is like that, but that's what makes you special, Ruisch, and I love you for it.
Well, I'm 50, and I go a long way. Some of the grinds, it took me 1 to 2 hours for just one single trick.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not standing at 5 minutes and I do 10 in a row. That's not me.
Yeah.
You know, I grind a lot. I make a lot of hours to complete that list. So it not comes easy, but I love it, and that's where my grind is, and I go for it then.
Yeah. Well, like, as a 50-year-old human, do you feel like it gives you exercise? Like, do you think like doing that for 2 hours a day like is good for your health? Do you feel better after you do it?
Oh yeah, I can feel it the next day that I went hard. So and I'm actually glad that I be capable of doing it, because I really love it, and you use your whole body. So
yeah,
and what more exercise do you need? I mean, I work all day. I'm almost walking 50 kilometers a week on my job.
Wow.
Like constantly walking and stuff like that. So I'm moving a lot. but not with my arms like playing kendama. So
Yeah.
that's so I don't need to go to a gym or whatever to exercise. I have my kendama to exercise. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
And I miss it. I'm glad I went into the kendama nomics because I really missed the grind a lot, and I never grinded so hard for 15 years, I guess. Besides, I practiced for my dance test.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I went hard again, and I really love it. So, if
What?
there are a new list coming, or I keep grinding to get points,
Yeah.
take off every time now. So,
I mean, is that the switch you needed? Was the
yeah,
points?
yeah,
Yeah, much like
yeah.
a Clash of Clans or something where you're just trying to check off boxes of upgrades. Like that's you're just trying to check off the boxes on the app as fast as possible to get the highest score, right? Like,
well, not as fast as possible, and I don't want to compete with anybody else on the list. It's just for me personal that I want to do it.
oh, okay.
It's just for me is the goal to go for, and not from okay, that guy is on 405. I need to do one extra.
Yeah.
That's not it for me. It's just personal. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's really cool because I
I
think.
wish. I wish that the list of band was twice as long. I can go on and on and on. I really love it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick, dude. Because you were saying the stilts one is just trash. Like it's so hard.
Not my trick. It is. Well, I still need to do the stilts tray flip.
Oh, you haven't done a stilt tray yet?
Never done it in my life. Just one off camera. And what? No. And then I stand for 2 hours. Not gonna work. And jeez.
Dang.
Yeah, that's the first. I need to go into the stilts, but it takes a lot of time. I know if you have it, you can go.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of tricks.
Yeah, it's a hone zone you have to fully commit to because it's just a lot of missing, honestly, and it's correcting small misses and having the right kendama. I think is crucial for stilt ones too. But like, there's lots of people who figured it out, and when I see the tricks they're doing, it's absolutely stilt tricks are some of the most impressive. I think, without a doubt, when you're juggling to stilt or doing any kind of tap stuff to stilt, it's just the margin of error is so small to land them. It's crazy.
Yeah, correct.
Cool. So, currently grinding. So, what about getting your first like pro mod from Sweets? What would you remember like the process of getting on the team? Because you came on the team as a legend. We introduced you as the legend team. You and Jeffrey Van Reven, man. Like, could you tell me a little bit about that and how it went down?
Well, in 2011, Sunrise Kendamas was coming up, and they helped a lot of brands. They helped a lot of brands, even you and Chrome Kendama, to get some Kendamas on the market.
Yep.
And David from Martian from Sunrise Kendama was living in Amsterdam, so it was close for me to go up and down and talk with him about Kendama. So when he brings new colors, I make videos of it, and I'm trying to get sponsored by him, but he wasn't let me. And then on one day we talk about, hey, you have to change, man. I see Kendamas are getting a little bit bigger, and so I talked with him, but he don't want the list, and I was like, okay. I helped you so much, and he helped me to go to the first Dama Fest 2011. He paid half my ticket.
Wow. To represent Sunrise.
Yeah, not only Sunrise, but he did it just for me
to
go out for an event. Yeah, so I respect that, and I'm very happy he did that for me.
Yeah.
And so in 2013, I really have had it with David because he didn't want to change the kendama, and kendama was changing all around me, so I was playing other stuff now by then.
Yeah.
So one day Christian Fraser came on chat, and he asked me, he asked me the same thing. Are you still playing for David or Sunrise? I said, no, I'm done with him now, and I'm just basically on my own. And he asked me, you want to be on the Sweets team? I said, okay, I really do. So from that day, he told me, he also asked Jeffrey, and he said yes as well. So I was like, okay, that's sick. So we're both living nearby each other, and we can make edits and stuff like that. So that's where we started.
Yeah, That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was 2013 that he asked me to go in the Swedish team,
Yeah.
and I didn't know he asked me for the legend. I just thought it was a pro player or a CKG back then or whatever, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But yeah, you guys turned me into a legend player, and I was like, okay, that's a huge status for me. I was like, okay, I'm just an old guy from the Netherlands that like play kendama. Why am I a legend, you know?
Yeah.
But I cannot. He said, yeah, but you make a lot of tutorials, you make a lot of videos, and you put a lot of content out there. You know, a lot of people starting kendama watching your videos, so that's why we calling you a legend. Okay.
It's all very true, man. I think you were an
Yeah.
inspiration to a ton of us in the beginning. So,
Yep.
the legend team's 11 years old. Golly, holy, that's so crazy. And now we got some insane players on the legend squad, man. We've had so many
Yep.
greats.
Yeah, this was my first kendama.
Yeah, look at that, man. That's an old box too, full frontal plastic.
Yeah, but this was the first cushion.
Dang, cushion's 11 years old.
Yep. And
Wow.
so my totem, my lion totem.
Yeah, of course, orange.
With my name on it, Alex Ruisch.
Yeah.
Oh, but they come in pro clear back then.
Oh yeah.
Normally. So and Cody Grish, he gave me a cushion Tama. So
Dang, shout out Cody
I still,
Grizz.
yeah, I still have it fresh. So that was the year also that cushion clear started. So
Dang.
pretty cool.
Yeah, man. My gosh, what history. And since then we've released a bunch of other Supernog designs.
Yeah, I got them all three over here. So like first we had the orange, and then we have the black and gold, and then a year later we have in the summer we have the blue popsicle colors.
Yeah. So sick, dude. One of my favorite lines, because when you started putting the stripe in the kendama, the Wenge stripe, you were one of the first after Christian to start doing it to your mod, and it made him super honed. I loved it.
Yeah, but also the tracking stripe on this. That's the perfect spot to do the tracking, because when I told the Christian, I said, hey, if you see the red and you see the white, and when the blue's coming, you have to spike it, and it really helps with tracking, no matter what you're doing.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's why I stick on the black with the same striping and with the blue on the same striping.
Yeah.
So for me, this is the best spot to do a striping on the kendama for perfect counters of stalls and flips.
Yeah, like a 70-30.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. So yeah, that are the 3 legends, 4 legends in total.
Yeah. Wow. So before Kendamanomics, what has kept you motivated over all these years, of kendama? It's 15 years you've been playing now, just about, and like we've said a couple of times, the tricks are pretty insane. Some to a point that like you just don't even bother learning them because you either don't think you can or don't want to invest the time to do it. Like, is there a list of those tricks that you have that you just have no interest in doing? Do you like watching them, or what do you think about kendama and its new meta, the new tricks?
Well, in the beginning, I have a hard time learning juggles. So I skipped them for 3-4 years maybe. And I started juggling, I guess, 5 years ago. And I'm still not good at it constantly, but I'm having fun now with it. So for me, it's, I think it's the instas. It's hard for me.
Yeah.
I never went into the end stilts, of course. Stilts is always far in the left side of me. don't touch them. Barrel rolls. Now I can do barrels. I never did barrels before. Just for kendamanomics, I'm learning barrels. I did once, but not triples or fours or whatever.
Yeah.
So those tricks are on the left side next to the stilts. Lunars I did a lot, but because lunar was back in the day a god mode trick.
Yeah.
And nowadays they're doing backflip trays and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I need to learn that, but never thought about learning them. So before kendamanomics, I was more into juggle stuff and trying to do juggles with balance. It's still hard for me, but I want to learn those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, juggles are nuts.
juggles to a bird, whatever, juggles to a handle stall,
See,
stuff like that.
that's where I'm
the
at with
hardest.
those. That's where I'm
Yeah,
at with juggles though too. Like getting one of those feels nice. Like I juggled the handle, juggled to bird, and I was like, ah, like it felt
yeah,
so nice
yeah,
because the whole
yeah.
the atomic control is really the thing that you have to
It
have
is.
ingrained. And if you can learn the sooner you learn that as a beginner kendama player, the easier thing. Dude, Colton, he beat me in Ken because he has an ender that like he just can do like really well, and it involves juggles and instas. But in the end, he already has tama control where he throws it knowing that he has to set himself up. And I was like,
Yep.
dude, you're about to be throwing those to bird instead of spike, like just like the Gallaghers. That's why they don't ever just go to spike because it became too easy, you know. So when you got that earth turn precision with the tama control, it makes it easy. But I think learning that after you've learned other ways to do things in kendama may be a bit difficult. So if you're
Yeah.
like new in kendama, learning your whole control when you're juggling is like the most important thing if you're trying to do combos and these hard tricks, even like
Yeah.
tap, jug, whatever. You have to be able to, like Takuya, all these dudes who can do 100 taps. To me, it's just as crazy that at the end they can jug to spike like it's automatic. Like there was no worry
Yeah.
that they were going to that the tom would be in the right place and that they would throw it to the right position. Like there's zero worry. But to me, that's the toughest part still, you know. And I think you
Yep.
probably share that difficulty.
Yep. 100%. Because
Yeah.
we learned the basics first, and then the new style players are starting with tama control already.
Yeah.
You know, and that's they are starting the other way around. Like they just they step into the ball control.
Yeah.
So that is how I see it, and for them is it natural. For us, we never, we of course we can do ball control, but with flips with the can in the hand, but that's it.
Well, you've liked spacewalk tricks. I mean, I think I knew you as a spacewalk guy for most of your kendama career. Like that's what you were like really good at, and you were good at comboing to and from, and very uniquely in and out of. And so, our teammate Jack Gillian, you know, his play style is very unique. You know, he is this string pinch type player. Obviously, can do everything else, but focusing on that, is that a genre of trick you have any interest in learning?
Yeah, but not in my garden.
Oh well, then it's off the table then, because that's where it all goes down.
I practice those, but when I'm on the grass,
Yeah.
I don't want to bust my kendama every time. When I first started learning spacewalks, I think I busted over the 50 green Auroras just
50?
learning them. Yeah, minimum in my garden. That's minimum in a year or 2 or 3 maybe.
Dude,
And I just bust them then to ground. Just almost every 2-3 weeks I got another Aurora. Yellow or green.
You would. Oh my God, Royce, you just said that so casually. I just learned the other favorite thing about this interview is you went through 50 green Ozura kendamas in a year or two, learning spacewalk, like, and spacewalk variations, obviously, but like,
yeah.
I mean, dude,
lightning drops, spacewalks, whatever. Yeah.
Clip that, Booth. There's your clip for the Ruisch interview. That's absolutely madness that you did that, because those aren't cheap to ship from Japan either, bro. Like,
I bought them from Yoko.
Yeah. Oh, so did you? But still.
And back then there were 18 euros. Like, what are we talking about?
See, mine were. I paid way more for my first kendamas, but I didn't buy that many. Yeah, I didn't buy that many. Period. Before, I thrashed 4 or 5. Before I had my own company, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't have to do that. But I can't imagine. That's a number I couldn't have guessed if you paid me $1 million, Ruisch. That is so hilarious. I love it.
A lot.
Yeah, it was my last. It was the last trick I learned. And when I started learning kendama, I sectioned the tricks into lighthouses, lunars. Release tricks was the last thing, and there is no doubt I was in grass every single time. I did it because your kendamas would just be disintegrated 100%. Pure, just bricks you're throwing it to in your backyard, in your garden.
Yeah.
You kept Yoko afloat for a year or two. That's nice of you.
Yeah, but do you remember when the yellow came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, 50 yellow Ozoras at once. Um, I weight match them all. I keep the 20th best weight matches I keep for myself, and the 30s I sold.
You guys hear this big brain right here? This is the biggest
This is how I grinded back then.
Dude,
yeah.
Yeah, when you found a dama you like, you would buy 6 of them from us, and then you would weigh them out, and you would sell the others or shelf one, or like you did that from us too, especially with your own mods. And I was always impressed that that's the way you worked it, because it was like, it was next level. Because if that's at the time it was the best kendama, like almost unarguably. Also in the beginning, you were a big Mugen hunter, a Mugen collector. Do you remember how many you bought and sold over the years at all?
I think I have all the colors, including the special ones, but the 9 basic colors I have, and they went in and out. I bought them in from Japan, and when I have double, I weight matched them, of course, put it in my, and then I sold the ones that are rare. So yeah. That was my, yeah, I did that.
You were weight matching Mugens. Oh, that's so insanely awesome, Ruisch. What a sick move. Oh my gosh.
But I don't know. Maybe I had over the 80, maybe 90 Mugens in total from buying and selling, and
No, I don't know. That's a sick number. That's crazy. 90.
Because I had the connection. So, I hooked up people in Japan. They could barely talk English, so I translate shit on the internet. And then we have a connection and we chat, and then I could buy kendamas from them. So, yeah.
Wow, dude. Working the early social media grind on the internet, making it happen, dude. Holy cats. That's really crazy, because I've only bought the ones you see in my museum, and you can count them with your eyes, I don't sell them, so they're just there. And so I don't think the number's 90, but that's just, it's funny to me, because you're just a human. I'm a company doing it. You're just a man who loves kendama, which is like the coolest part and truly shows your love for the game. It's impossible to like answer this question, but do you have a favorite kendama that's come in and out of your house, or that you still hold on to for any reason in particular? Like, is there one that like holds more dear or more special, or do they all?
I have a couple of them, but I have one really big special one. And that is the Spectre Apply from Jake Winch's dad.
The paw.
This is that's the paw. And that one, that was before that Grain Theory was born. So, and I talked with Jake's dad in 2013 outside. When the competition was going, I was 2-3 hours talking with Jake, his dad, talking about wood, kendamas and stuff, and how much we like wood, and on the end of the story, I think 2-3 hours later, I asked him if he can make a special kendama for me, because back then he already did a Spectra Apply Tama, and Jake was selling them on the booth, and I want to have him to make also a kendama with him, so a complete set, and so he did, and he's still in my collection, and that one is the one that never goes out.
Yeah, dude. Wow, so, that is so cool.
Yeah, super special. And I think after that, the 3 Spike came out. Only 4 in the world from Jake's dad.
Yeah.
And I still have that one too. So they are next to each other on the shelf. Like, I'm proud of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Those. I mean, that's kendama history. In all honesty, like that's that inspired a lot of things from that 3-hour discussion. And if in 2011 you weren't sure that kendama was your thing, that day had to have been like, well, I've met my dude. Here, like this is. Because 2013 was a lot of fun, because you stayed with us, and it was that's when we met Tomatsu and Torkil and a lot of people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was super great.
so many epic memories, Ruisch. Honestly, we could talk all afternoon about our great times, dude.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everything you've done for the kendama community. I know everyone else has. I wanted to give everyone in the chat just a second. If they had a question that came up or if something they were curious about, I was going to give them a moment. or two to ask in the chat. So if you guys had a question, I'll rattle off a few for Ruisch here in just a little bit.
Bring them on.
Bring them on, dude. What do you mean, shoes or kendamas?
Do I have to choose?
No, thankfully for you, you don't. You may have to build a new wing of your house, but
yeah, don't tell Esther. Shit, she's listening too. She's watching the stream.
Do you have a favorite trick?
Stalls.
yeah. Okay, we got that now.
My best favorite trick is Spacewalk Penguin Lunar.
Yeah, that's a very cool trick. A very Ruisch trick.
It's like you ask Cooper to do a tightrope. You can ask me that trick and I nail it in 10 tries.
Yeah.
No problem. That's my favorite to go-to trick for everywhere.
That's so sick. That's like such a good, unique answer. What's your favorite pair of kicks?
That's a hard one. It's going to be a Jordan 4 or a Nike Air Max 90.
What? I'm sorry, one more time.
A Jordan 4s.
Okay.
Or an Air Max 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, that are my both favorite ones. And if I have to walk the whole day, it's the Air Max 90 for me.
Word.
Yeah.
All right, once you go, Jack wrote something in Dutch.
In Dutch?
Grootjes van Elko.
Oh, yeah, Elko.
Elko, I know Elko.
You know him?
Yeah.
We went to Toulouse with him.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's Elko. He's still grinding, though, and he's still blading, too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's so sick, dude. Tell him I say hi. Tim,
tell him, Jack.
Tim, I'm not going to read your question. You suck. Do you know you have the best style of any player? What's your favorite Jordans? Oh, that's sweet. Well, he just said that one. He came to the Hogs Fest today. Thanks for always hedging me with DMs, Alex. Wouldn't have laced without you.
No problem.
New Ruisch mod soon? Someone asks. LS Ruisch mod? Maybe everyone. Maybe everyone.
Yeah.
We'll see how the year goes. He definitely deserves it. That's most definite. We'll just put a bird on it.
Maybe a bird on the bird.
Yeah. Any unusual modifications or setup quirks to your kendamas? Like when you get a kendama and you put it back together, is there anything you do special to every kendama you buy?
Depends on the trick.
Okay.
I mean, if I want to do naughty birds, make sure you have a short spike. It works.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you do want to do wing stall, then your bevel don't have to be that big, or you don't have a 3-point stall. You know, if you do want to do juggles, make a longer string, and I can go on and on and on with every kind of trick. I do something special, or I have a kendama just for that.
Yeah, you have enough kendamas that you set kendamas up for that. If you guys watch his kendamanomics stuff, they are all, you can clearly see he's using certain kendamas on certain tricks, and that's smart man.
Yeah, that's the experience I have built up all these years.
Yeah.
You have to make it yourself easy. You have the tools, so why don't you use it?
Yeah, for sure.
And if people have questions about how I do it, just came on DM and I explain.
Yeah.
You know, I always do it. For 15 years, I'm always on the internet, never skipped one question, so always answer. So, yeah.
Ruisch responds to every DM, literally, so you can always ask him a question.
Yep.
Gucci Moon Boots asks, what's your favorite snack?
What's my favorite snack? Like hot snack or just candy snack?
Food. Yeah, food. Not a meal, but like a snack. So yeah, candy, chips.
I think it is frikandel.
And what is that?
It is a piece of meat that you go in that you have to fry. in the fry pan.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's pretty common in Holland. You can't get them anywhere in the world, but only in Holland. So
Nice.
I can buy them if you are here. I'm let go and taste you out.
Oh,
But
let's
that's
do
my
it.
favorite snack. So yeah,
Yeah.
frikandel.
One thing I know about Ruisch is he's not a foodie. Ruisch does not care about food that much. He likes certain things, and that's all he needs, dude. Right?
Klopt, hè?
Is Esther laughing
Yeah.
because I'm right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep. But I tasted pizza pickle last year with you. So
Yeah. Pickle
first time I eat
pizza,
that.
and you were hyped on it. But the
Yep.
number one thing you wanted to eat was Jimmy John's because you loved their sandwiches, meat and bread, dude.
Yeah, but because we for breakfast and lunch we always eat bread in Holland.
Yeah.
You know, when I go to my job, I make 4 sandwiches and I put it in my backpack and I go to my job. So sandwiches are the most common to have for breakfast and for lunch.
Yeah.
So
No, that's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Funny fact I thought I would share because I didn't realize it until like last year. I've known you for a long time, but I was like, anyways, doesn't matter. Yo, Ruisch, congrats on Kendamanomics score you achieved. You've been crushing.
Thank you.
Any secret tips on far naughty bird? When I try, it always falls on the spike for me. Short/long spike maybe, dull/sharp, a certain grip, anything, please. I think you gave us the answer, right? Short spike?
What for naughty bird? Yeah, short spike. But
Yeah.
make sure that the spike is hitting into the bevel, that touch the edge of the bevel, and then stand on the bird. So you have the 3 points contact. So you have to figure it out how short my spike have to be to touch all 3 of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
and lick your bevel, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, to have more grip. So
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. Do you glue your spike?
no. Yeah, I did buy Mugans, but I don't play Mugans anymore.
Yeah.
I have so many kendamas, why I have to take time to glue them. I mean, if my spike is dull, bye. Get a new one.
What's up, Quentin? How you doing?
Yeah, Quinten on the chat.
Yeah.
With the whole family, I think on a 85-inch television at home now.
Yeah. Dang. Epic.
Watching me.
Yeah. V Killer wants to know, have you ever been to a rave? Dude, just come to EKC and you'll go to a rave.
Well, I'm from my heart, I'm a gabber. You know, I'm going to parties for 10 years long when I was young still. So yeah, I wish I could go to a rave, but guess I'm a bit too old to dance all night.
Yeah, but the answer is you did that for 10 years straight, practically.
Yep. Yeah. So I go out on Friday, come back home on Sunday, and all I did was party after party, party after party after party. Only hardcore raves, yeah. So Thunderdome, Hellraiser, all those kind of hard stuff.
Yeah. Dude, young Ruisch.
Dancing.
Yeah. Young Ruisch must have been a hoot.
Yeah, that's where my fits are coming from. You know, the fits that I have on with the jackets with the pants. That are party fits.
Is that where it comes from? That's your inspiration? Like drawing from that time of life?
Yep. Dang. And they're still making them, and there are still raves, but I know a store, and I buy all my fits. I buy at that store, and they're still making new ones. So yeah, and if it's the color I like, I buy it.
Yeah. Jeez, you must have a sick closet, dude.
Yep. I think I have 9 or 10 fits, complete with jacket and pants. So
dang. Yeah. Dude, that'd be a cool TikTok of you just like flexing all your outfits.
Yeah. I need to learn how to do those, but I can easily make those.
Yeah, dude.
I have my fits for it compared with the shoes.
Yeah, no, you add you match your shoes, your hat, your fit, and your dama like better than anyone can. There is no questioning that. When you go to a kendama event, you have those planned for each day and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, so if we're gonna have new apparel or new damas, you like ask me what color it is and what stuff it is because you're gonna like plan it into what you're wearing, you know?
You know, I got, was it 2000? What was the MKO, the NACO before COVID?
Yeah,
What
2020
was it?
or 2019.
Yeah. I had the gray pants with the gray, red, and white jacket on, but I didn't have a hat. So I saw Finlay was on the
Oh
on the
yeah.
boot there. I went over to Finlay. I bought a Swedes hat with a red string on it, and I was okay, done.
Yeah.
I really was confused. Oh, shit, I don't bring a hat for this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That was perfect timing, dude.
yep, perfect.
Uh,
And I heard Finlay is coming to Europe to the
no way,
AKC.
cool.
Yep.
Wow, that's
So,
awesome, man. Just
yep.
everywhere. I mean, look, I got it on my head, dude. New olive
Yep.
green at Sweets Kendamas.
Yeah.
Do you have a fave old hardcore DJ? Don Dama wants to know.
Yeah, I think it is Lady Dana.
Lady Donna.
Yeah, Lady Dana. She's making hardstyle like 140, 160 beats a minute.
Oh, nice, ripping.
Like really, like, and that, yeah, it's crazy. I really like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Ruisch, we're about to leave you. I've had you for way too long. I appreciate you very much for staying up and hanging out with me, and I'm super stoked I got to learn new things about you. That's why these interviews are always fun. Doesn't matter how well I know the person. I always learn something fun, man.
Yep.
I want to leave with a YouTube video that you'd like us to watch from back in the day. Maybe one that inspired you. You watch the stream, so you know a lot of the things I've played. Is there one I've missed? Is there one you could recommend that people may not quite know?
Well, the one that all started with Reach and me and Jeffrey, maybe the first legend at it.
Oh, yeah.
2014.
Let me see. I'll find this one. And then give me another one. Yeah, this one, the 30K view one. Right?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that one. And then what's another one that isn't you?
That isn't me.
Yes, like
I know.
What's a video? Do you remember watching? Like, you know, we watched the Collins Edit 7 or the dude by the van. Is there like an old one that we don't usually watch?
It's I can't come up with it now. I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's the most. Yeah, where we are was a great one, but we already have seen that one so much.
Yeah,
those videos sticking in my brain. Like,
yeah. Well, what about I watched Shop for Edits the other time. Was there a Shop for Edit maybe that I missed that you remember being cool, or no, not off like the top of your head?
The best one is the one in Geneva he did. So we already have seen that one. So maybe we can do one from Jeffrey.
Oh, sure. Do you remember like one of his that stuck out to you? Because there's so many.
I know, but maybe around Dutch Kendama Edit 23 or 24.
Oh, yeah, Dutch Kendama is what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see if he still has that channel live.
I guess so.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there it is. High Technique, Edit 7. That one was sick.
Yeah, that's an old one.
yeah. No, it's super old. All right, we'll go watch an old Von Reven video, man. Ruisch, I love you, brother. Thanks a lot for being here and taking some time to kick it with us, and we'll see you real soon, all right?
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Hey, anytime.
Always a blast.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
See you later. Bye-bye.